Hi, this is Lewis from NetWeather TV Forum from the Oxford Lincolnshire thread, and this is just a quick forecast. Well, not necessarily a forecast, just a guidance of what to expect over the next 3 to 4 days. I won't go into too much detail as ever, because I do blab on a lot, and that's why I can never upload it to bloody YouTube. But anyhow, here we go. As you can see, it's already starting to get a little bit cooler in eastern, southeastern areas. This will gradually get pushed away as we turn attention to the north of us, coming straight from the Arctic. Obviously there's been a lot of discussion in the model thread about position of it, etc., and its westward progression, and now it's switching eastwards and it might push south or southeast. But to be honest, I won't expect much change from now until Thursday, when it actually starts sinking south. The orientation of it is pretty much set, and as is the track. Might be a slight shift in the track, which may have a knock-on effect later on down the line with regards to where the low pressure is coming from the south-southwest and how far they're pushing northwards. Obviously, there's nothing set in stone basically when it comes to that. Obviously, we just need them low pressures to be not too far north, not too far south. But that's coming from a bit of a biased opinion for me, because obviously, if the track of the low pressure is in the right place, it's our neck of the woods in Yorkshire, Lincolnshire. And for basically East Midlands northwards, that could get an absolute pasting, but obviously there's still a long way to go with that, so I'll keep my mouth shut. As you can see now, Thursday, midday, northerly blast pushing straight down from the Arctic, and you can see a polar vortex here. It's going to keep pushing southwards, bringing some very cold upper 850s, -10 to -14 in places, -15 line approaching Scotland, -3, -4 will be the temperatures at 1500 hours, and before then, about 9 o'clock midday, you're probably looking at 4 or 5 degrees before the actual surge south. So I mean, that's what you're looking at, a possibly 7-8 degree temperature drop. That's very substantial. I ain't seen it in my lifetime. Anyhow, I won't keep blabbing on because I won't fit on YouTube again. If I keep going through the run, you can see now the winds do switch from a more northerly to a northwesterly, then a west-northwesterly component. So basically showers are going to pack in for Northern Ireland, western parts, northwestern parts of Scotland, and also the far north of Scotland. If I just turn my attention now onto the precipitation charts, generally speaking, obviously you can tell just by looking at the surface charts, you can see where the showers are going to be about, and the precipitation charts do show that. Obviously you cannot take these, well, certain degree of accuracy, you cannot bank on them all the time. Much lower resolution, so in terms of accuracy, you want it to be waiting until you get to at least a 24-hour time zone, a reliable time frame where you can actually start to see showers and the precipitation on the high resolution models for the NMM or the NA, for example. You can get the NMM on NetWeather Extra, but the pattern continues. Obviously on here, if I go on to the max temperature, you see very cold temperatures Saturday, and as I go through the run, it just gets colder. I mean, -9, -10, 11, probably -18, 20 in the far north of Scotland. And here you go, Saturday day, a nice day. I mean, look at that, 0 degrees, -1 straight out to the coast. I can't remember the last time I saw that. Don't forget, these are not 100% accurate. Again, you could have possibly a 2 to 3 degree difference at a different resolution. So if you're saying it might be saying -2 there, it could really be -4. Precipitation again for 9 PM on Saturday. So as the low pressure sinks southwards, start to introduce around the wraparound feature there, you can start to see precipitation come off the North Sea. Now this is something I'm definitely keeping an eye on for our neck of the woods, because other than the initial blast on Thursday from the north, I cannot really see much precipitation being about around our area. So we're going to be really relying on features, troughs, etc. In the fronts of form of low pressure, instead of just general shower activity. The UK Met Office charts, FACS charts, do show more of a northerly potent flow. Thursday, stay northerly for a longer time before it switches west-northwest. Then as we'll go through into Saturday into Sunday, they want to bring in more of an east-northeast flow, which obviously is something that we would benefit us better in terms of shower activity, because we should start to see some showers pushing off the North Sea. Obviously, there's still a lot of time for things to change with regard to the models. Nothing's set in stone. Cape and lift index, as you can see, not much kicking about. A little bit of energy out there in the North Sea. It's expected when you got such cold air over warmer seas. Storm risk. Possible thunder snow for northeastern areas. UK surface conditions on a whole. Dew points, bitter. I mean, blooming heck, -12 in southwestern parts of Wales. That's unbelievable. As you can see, humidity, the minimum temperature possibly down to -18 in parts. As you can see, any precipitation, all of snow. And this is what I was on about earlier. Depending on how far south this full system pushes, when the secondary low pressure comes up, the way it orientates itself, if it does it correctly, the way we want it to, we could be looking at, for example, these winds here, the wind speed direction coming from the east, possibly that replicated but further south from about Milan, just north of the of East Anglia, the Wash. So generally speaking, there's a lot of time for things to change with the models. I mean, as you can see, the model output for Ed has been absolutely amazing the past few days. There's been that many people worrying about upgrades and downgrades for their areas, and one place looks like it's in a fireland, then their place isn't, except their location. A lot will change. I mean, the one thing I can say is, if anyone looking at the precipitation charts in general and thinking to themselves, "Oh, it's dry, I'm going to miss out on the snow," I honestly would not think that. I'd just wait until we get into a more reliable time frame and just look at the high resolution models, which will pick up on precipitation. And what you've got to understand is, I mean, we've got the polar vortex coming straight down from the north, pushing over us. It's going to be very unstable. We've got such cold air, such cold upper temperatures. We've got a warm North Sea. So at the end of the day, it's convection in heaven, basically. So I'll make another video forecast tomorrow, possibly Wednesday. So thank you very much for listening. Have a good night. Oh, and good luck on the 18-0. Let's hope it's another upgrade.